Remember, in the end, we all teach by our examples to others. We were able to get the author of the Peaceful Solution Education Program to give us a statement and to congratulate everyone in Laredo here tonight. I turn it over to the author of the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program, Yisrael Hawkins.
Greetings, everyone in Laredo. We want to express our thanks to you today there in Laredo because we know this is a big event for you and a big event for the Peaceful Solution Character Education there. We want to express our thanks to you, the newcomers here today, that are wanting to get involved in this. I remember all the struggles that we have gone through in the past and all the opposition that we have faced. There are groups out there, that are still relying on condoms to protect them. They've sold this and are selling it to the world, and of course it doesn't work. China is a very great example here. It says AIDS becomes China's deadliest infectious disease. They were trying to teach their people, as we got groups wanting to teach the people today, how to commit fornication and adultery safely. This doesn't work. The disease has reached about 5 million. That is, they climbed about 5 million in 93 to 98, so you can see the climb. STDs on the rise in America too. And of course we have, I believe they said approximately 19 million. I think that's more like 119 million cases. New sexually transmitted infections occur annually in the United States, just from trying to depend on condoms instead of abstinence, which is the President Bush's push right now to get abstinence taught in all the world. We're out to get the Peaceful Solution Character Education taught, which will reinforce the abstinence plan. The internationally acclaimed orthopedic trauma surgeon, Dr. Lorraine Day, she did much for the Peaceful Solution, a lot, but we still have a lot of opposition. The president has done a lot. President Bush did a lot for us. I understand that Barack Obama is very much interested in this, in the Peaceful Solution Character Education Plan now. But it's all been an uphill battle. But Dr. Lorraine Day, she did a lot. She put out several books. It says that the AIDS virus is not fragile, that the AIDS virus survives outside the body for days, why blood on intact skin is dangerous, why the blood supply still is not safe, what the government really thinks about safety of condoms. Now, of course, I keep harping on the condoms, but that's one of the things that one of our biggest opponents to the Peaceful Solution is fighting us with. They're wanting to teach the use of condoms. That's their main thing. Now, they call it other things, but they call it the Planned Parenthood, of course. But the push by Planned Parenthood is in the condom business, I think. I think they must be to be pushing it so hard, knowing that it won't work. It's a comprehensive sex education in Illinois has received praise from the usual media sources, of course. And this, of course, is some of the competition to the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program. Teaching a strong abstinence message in concert with information on contraception is considered a best practice in teen pregnancy prevention. Now, they don't really mean to teach this. And of course, when President Bush endorsed the abstinence plan in the schools, it's a great plan. The only thing, it's kind of left up to the teachers, and the teachers just don't have the material to teach this sufficiently to get the children to understand what they're up against. Now, the Peaceful Solution Character Education does. It teaches the children the choices that they've got to make in life. It also teaches them the dangers of what they do if they don't really study what they're about to use. Once they take this course, they can make their own decisions, and they come out thinking how grateful they were because they see the one that didn't take it over there dying in the hospitals. Now, this sounds really great, what they're saying, what the local media says about Planned Parenthood. But it sounds great till you see the other side of the coin. But would Planned Parenthood be willing to teach a strong abstinence message? Any teenager who accepts abstinence will not become a customer of Planned Parenthood. Such a teenager would not need birth control supplies, pregnancy testing, STD testing and treatment, emergency contraception, or abortion. These are the services that Planned Parenthood sells. What interest do they have in convincing teenagers about behavior that makes these services totally unnecessary? It becomes clear there is no chance that Planned Parenthood would teach any convincing abstinence message. To do so would present a serious conflict of interest for them. On the contrary, Planned Parenthood form of contraceptive sex education is structured to encourage teenagers to become sexually active. Then these teenagers would likely become Planned Parenthood customers. Well, and that's a fact. The Bush administration, if they had added, and this is what we're going to have to convince everyone in the world, this is our goal, of course, to teach everyone in the world the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program, because with teachers out there teaching this on their own and having all the other work that they have to do, and they have a big load already, they're not going to really study the options here that they have to use in teaching an abstinence plan, the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program. It doesn't just cover those fields. It covers a lot more. One of the things that it would help tremendously in right now is the thefts. I remember back a few years ago reading the statistics on thefts in the supermarkets and thefts in Walmart, the large stores, and they have to mark the prices up. The cost of theft right now is costing the average person who must buy things from these stores about 30% at least more now than it did a few years ago. The Peaceful Solution Character Education Program would actually keep people in business. Listen to this. Corporate thieving isn't only practiced at the top. An estimated 79% of workers admit either stealing or considering stealing from their employer. 1 out of every 3 businesses goes out of business because of employee theft. As reported by CNN, even worse, the cheating culture has created an atmosphere that dissuades whistleblowers from coming forward and exposes this extremely perversive practice that cost upwards of $600 billion a year. Well, of course, the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program, it's already proven to stop theft. In fact, one of the largest schools in Dallas taught this to one of the groups, and the teacher that actually taught the program from our books said for the first time in 8 years she could truly say that there was no stealing going on in her classroom. If you're really relentless in the push of this, and you're going to have to be so if you join this program, because the opposition will fight you down if you're not. But if you'll be relentless, then the Creator will win this battle for us. Thank you.